How is everybody doing? We got ads in like 10 seconds. Dog demands pets. Dog is lonely today. Oh goodness. Hot and tired. Oh no. Yeah, it was extremely hot today here as well. I know, Papas. Better stream though. Better stream. You're a little early with your need for affection. Yeah. It's a little early. It's a little early. Aren't you lucky, Shiro? All right. My god, I got the right button first try. Kerplunk. Oops. Cute. Story time with Aura. Are you out of the ads? Because I don't know if everyone else is. My Twitch says like 42 seconds left. That's very pretty. I feel like there's always at least like 3 lines of islands to visit. It's funny. YouTube is punishing you as well. Way too many ads in one video. Oh no. You got short ads, but sometimes you get a ton. Yeah. Well, usually if you're here right at the start, you'll get like the load in ads and then you'll get like the actual like ads every hour because Twitch does this thing where like it has like the preload ads unless you run ads every hour. But if you haven't run ads in an hour, it will put anyone new that comes in will get the preload ads. So, yeah. You either run ads every hour or everyone who comes in gets preload ads. And preload ads are annoying as all heck, so that's why you run ads every hour. Watch streak, 135. Very nice. That's very good. All right. So yeah, story time. Hirelane was telling me about how hamstering is the term for hoarding in Dutch, and that reminded me of a story. So I told him to come so that I could tell him the story. And that story is back when I knew Hubs, but didn't like we weren't dating or anything like that. But I was going to go visit him in the Netherlands. Um, my like back then, there was a lot of people like we still didn't know what the Netherlands was because we'd been taught in school Holland um, was where the Dutch lived, not the Netherlands. And so I was talking to my friend about like how I was going to the Netherlands to meet him, and she was like, she was like getting really distressed over it, and I'm like, why are you so distressed? And she's like, because I'm worried that like I'm not gonna be able to talk to you while you're gone. Like are like do they even have internet there? And I was like, girl, how did I meet him? She's like, oh yeah, on the internet. But anyways, I told Hubs, and so it became a running gag that the Netherlands is not powered by electricity as like normal countries are. Instead, they run on hamster power. So every single house has a little shed in the backyard, and it's just filled with hamsters running on wheels that is the power source for that house. So they have to like take look after the hamsters to in order to have power. And so anytime like anytime anytime Hubs would like get disconnected or like there'd be like a blip or whatever, um he would be like, oh yeah, sorry, like some of the hamsters stopped running and I had to go feed them or whatever. Like, you know, it would just make jokes like that. But it's been like ongoing joke that like the hamsters run the power in the Netherlands. And so when uh when Hyrule said hoarding is called hamstering, I was just like, oh my god, more reason for hamsters to run the electricity of the Netherlands. Hamster power. The Netherlands and Belgium are ironically quite high in the rich first world country list. Really? USA is crazy low. Oh wow. It's so funny because like the way that like they talk about themselves being the richest country in the first world, you would think otherwise. But yeah, so there you have it. Netherlands is hamster powered. Is Belgium hamster powered too, Ireland? Is that why you own so many hamsters and bunnies? Mm-hmm. Probably yes. I love it. The USA has 1% super wealthy and 99% poor middle class. The poor in the USA, however, are above most middle incomes in the world. It is a game of terms, I think. Get old ideas that statistics can say whatever the writer wishes. Yes. That is very true. find the height limit. Yo, where? Not only has that not been true, but so many people think that that's not like how it should work. And it's crazy to me. So many people think that minimum wage should not be a living wage. It should be less than minimum wage. I feel like tipping culture just got out of hand. Like, I don't mind tipping, but tipping should not be... Like, tipping should be the bonus, right? It shouldn't be expected. That's where I have a problem with tipping culture. Is that it's no longer just sort of like, wow, you did a really good job and I really appreciate everything that you did, so I'm gonna give you a little bonus on this. And instead now it's like you have to tip because it's expected. And if you don't tip, then you're a horrible person. I've read waiters often make around $4 an hour, which is $10 under minimum wage. If you can't legalize it, you can't enforce it. Economics is not my field, thankfully. Nor mine. They don't have anything built here. They're just destroying everything. Going through with the column. When I was in the US, I tipped a fixed amount because the price of the meal is usually irrelevant for the tip amount. It's not taxes. Also, as a tourist, you typically only visit each restaurant once, so I don't care if they hate me afterwards. I... They're like, I'm not playing your game. I'm just gonna make the world's tiniest castle. So funny. Restaurant prices are expensive here, but it's more of a we have extra spending money thing and not, oh, we still need to eat. Most people cook or at least microwave. Yeah. you have like takeout food that's cheaper than eating in a restaurant? Yeah, but it's trash, like fast food, everything with fries or Pizza Hut level. I see. Very bad for my stomach. Oh, this person was trying to find the edge of the world. I honestly don't understand why they allowed the map to go out that far when you can't build that far. I feel like stopping it like out here would have been plenty far enough. DQB2 is not very optimized. You can say that again. All that water slows things down. Yep. Oh my god. And you're not even a father and you're breaking out the dad jokes. Shameful. Alright, let's see here. Do we want to investigate the appears to be nothing island or skip? I definitely got the dad jokes genes from my dad. He recycles the same one every year. Oh yeah? Is it a birthday joke or something? It's direct. This farmer is stuck. Yo! That's crazy. That's gotta be a work in progress because it looks like it's missing a head. Where are we? We're in a Buildertopia? Yes, we are. Okay, I just wanna so confused by this build. Something tells me you're supposed to like take pictures from like a very specific angle, but like I never understood the point of that. If you're gonna upload it, right? Just finish building it. And also, like, if you're gonna have these, like, I don't know. It just feels weird to me to have unfinished stuff like this. And then showcasing it. Not sure I understand. Like that. But why do we have like half windows? Oh, I don't care about like starting multiple projects or whatever. It's the uploading and making like, you know, like presenting the island as like an island that you can explore when it's not explore friendly. I mean, this is very cool and all, but like, you know, cover up the back if you have like if that's not part of the whatever. Like this is just this weird half floating, like it looks like they started building something and then destroyed it because they didn't like it. Just finish it. Make it go all the way down to the bottom. What was that? What did I fight? Flame? That was weird. Oh, there's lava under here. I can hear it. Chicken. Slowly eating away, maybe. Like, I'm not sure I understand this at all. I honestly feel like they had something built here, and then they were just like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna build a drink thing, and then like built over top of it without any consideration to what they had already built. Without cleaning up any of the lava. Hiya, Zach! How goes it? Oops, that was the wrong. There you go. Curious. Oh, that doesn't seem like it's eating through. So there's that at least. Dang it. Doesn't wanna show me proper. I can still hear lava, but I don't see any. Wild. Alright, anyways. The teleport to all the teleport points. Oh, apparently, okay, so someone in, a different Discord that I'm in was talking about, a different streamer or someone that they watched who was complaining about how they hate Umber. And I was like, yeah, me. And they were like, no, no, it was a guy talking to someone else. And I was like, huh? No. Famous for hate. Now that is very special. Wait, are you? Yeah, this looks cool and all, but like, I don't know, it drives me crazy when stuff is like half finished floating in the air like this. Like, it's so funny because like, yeah, it's talented that you can like make this thing look like what you're trying to make it look like for cool snaps, but you know what's even cooler than snaps when you upload your island? People being able to explore the thing thoroughly that you built and not just, you know, get one angle for a cool snap. Did they say it was a male they spoke to? If so, that would not be me unless they judged by name only. No, they said it was like a male streamer, so I would imagine that they heard the voice. But I don't actually know for sure. They did not elaborate. I do not stream either. Yeah, I know. Shiro barely has time to come watch Aura, let alone stream. You know the better way to deal with all that lava, instead of trying to drown it? Um, just scoop it up. This island screams ADHD to me, I'm not gonna lie. Someone was like, oh, I want to do a really cool thing, but I don't want to fully, like, you know, flatten my island before I start, so I'm just gonna, like, flatten a chunk, and I'm gonna get started on that. And then they start on that, and then they're like, oh, but I want to build this thing, so then they flatten another chunk, but they don't fully flatten, so, like, there's still, like, mountain chunks floating around. The funny part is that Willow doesn't have a million accounts like the rest of us. I think Willow literally has like one DQB2 account and the one Pocopia account. Because Willow doesn't like playing through the game, right? Willow doesn't want to play through the game. Willow wants to just build. That's because Willow game hops. Gets frustrated at games. Here's as a time issue, as I noted. Yeah. I know, you're always saying that you, don't have time for anything, so I can't imagine you would have time to stream. You also only have one again and nothing done. That's not true. Don't you have a couple of, I thought you had a couple of, save slots or playthroughs. Mizuki! I've played multiple times, but only really build in one save file, and nothing is really finished there. Yeah, okay. But see, like at least you play through the story. Like some people prefer just playing through the story, right? Um, but Willow doesn't like playing through the story. Likes to just be in endgame building, but then doesn't build because she gets in her own head, prevents herself from building. Took me years, Zach, and it was fairly simple build, but I finally finished it. Yes! The multiple account thing has mostly been my downfall. Every file has one aspect I overcommitted to, but then nothing else. I love the story and I like the building, I'm just not good at it. I wish you had multiplayer. Because then I would play with you. And help you on your island. For a second, I forgot I went to a new island. And I was like, I don't remember putting lava here. What? And then I was like, oh wait, I'm on someone else's island. Oh my god. I guess I'm very tired tonight. More tired than I realized. Hey, it's Unique Tootsie. How you doing? Long time no see. But yes, Zach, if you ever want to get like multiplayer for like a month so that I can come and help you for a month, let me know. We'll plan it. That's a weird doorway. Can anyone even get up here? I feel like this is a child's island. Oh, hello. That's unique. You're okay, been super busy and super stressed. Aw. Trying to sell a lot of stuff we don't need. Well, I hope the selling goes well and that you get buyers. I really want to do like a big purge. And I was gonna do like lots of cleaning this summer, but then like I feel like I don't know, like the day just like melts away. I have no idea what happens to the time. What in the... Are those? Oh, those are two different blocks. Interesting. What are we building, person? Why are we building it? I feel like they're trying to build like some sort of map or something. But like didn't finish building down. That's a giant fish. Yeah, I'm definitely getting 6-year-old kid vibes from this. That's what I said, Hyrule, that you needed someone else, but that's why Shiro has unique tea. My problem is I have vague ideas and plans for what I want. I get overwhelmed by the construction details, so I would even know how to ask for help in building, but I appreciate the offer. No, but that's what I mean. Like, if you, like, right, you get multiplayer, we set up a time to, like, chill and build on your island. You can talk to me about what your plans are, and I can help you figure out, like, how to get there, right? Like sometimes just talking it over with someone else and like having them help with like general planning, they can see things that you maybe didn't think about or have ideas that you didn't think about. It's really helpful. Or it's built-in consultation service. Free for friends, don't worry. Like pay it forward. Titus comes and helps me with my planning and building, I will go and help other people with their planning and building. Purging feels so good. Every little bit that goes feels like a weight is lifted. Yes, I bet. Some unhoarding might be healthy. I know sometimes moving just means like half your stuff stays in boxes for the next X years until you move again. Like our basement is just full of boxes of like I I have had these like shadow boxes and like all these like little like figurines and stuff that I collected from when I was a kid to like adult or whatever, but Hubs is just too worried that they're gonna get like knocked off and broken because small child. So they never got set up. So there's like two boxes in the basement that are like all of that stuff, at least. Um, and then just like all boxes of kids' old stuff from when he was a baby and whatnot. Alright, where is this monstrosity of a train leading? the wrong way, maybe? Oh. Hello. That's the end of the line. Yeah, that's 100%. 6-year-old child. That is what this island says to me. Yo, what is going on over there? 6-year-old child who has someone in their life who plays builders and does these big extravagant builds. So they wanna do that, but don't necessarily know how. I'm just like trying to figure out like because a lot of times when you see like this like planned out like this, you can sort of get an idea of like where they're going with it. I have none. I have zero clue. Not remotely do I know what's going on. I mean, it's a lot of fun, but I don't know where to look or what to. I don't know what anything is, so it's hard to parse. But lots of potential there. I'm eating but missing food. Hydrate! That's a good idea. Thank you for the hydrate. In my last move, I lost my magic deck. I'm so sad. Oh no. That would suck. Lurk, I'm eating but messy food. Zagnita fled from from battle. Yes, and I bought them. Great battle against barbecue sauce. Fantastic. We want everything we keep to fit in totes on a trailer and our vehicle and take off on an adventure. Life is too short. That sounds fantastic. Meaning to see. I actually had a friend who, she got, wrongfully evicted. And they went back all kinds of money for that. So, long story. We won't go down that. But she needed a place to stay fast. So, we had just moved into our house. And so, we're like, okay, you can have, you can come and stay with us. And so, they moved, like, they had 2 rooms in our house. And all their stuff in the basement. And for the next, like, because they lived with us for like 6 months while they were sorting through their stuff and getting rid of like everything, like purging everything, and B, trying to figure out like where they were going, what they were doing next. They got teaching jobs overseas. So, um, and that was the plans, which is why like they wanted to like purge everything. But like they literally had everything like down to like I think it was like 6 boxes, like all of their belongings down to like 6 boxes. It was crazy. But yeah, if you can do that. Oh, I have a recommendation for you, Unique Jitsi, for purging. I was complaining to my friend about like, you know, everyone says to do the Marie Kondo method where like, does it spark joy? If it doesn't spark joy, get rid of it. But like that doesn't work for me because some days things will spark joys and other days they won't. And like I'm too worried about like what if I throw something out that like down the line I'm worried that I'm gonna need it or want it or whatever. Um, and she was like, okay, so here's how you think about it. If this had poop on it, would you clean it or throw it out? So that's what I do now. Like if this had poop on it, would I clean it or throw it out? Like would I want to like take the effort to make it clean? It's worth keeping. If I don't want to take the effort to make it clean and you know, then it's not worth keeping and you get rid of it. Basically. And it actually like it helps put things in a different perspective. And really helps you purge stuff that you like you that like you know what, like I think I might need this but I'm not sure, but whatever, but then you like think of it like if it had poop on it would I throw it out? Yes, okay, well then I'm just gonna get rid of it. It's a little drastic, but I mean it works. One person's doesn't spark joy is another person's if this had poop on it. It makes sense though. Like poop is one of those things where like you don't want to keep it unless you really, really like your absolute most favorite thing in the world got pooped on. You're gonna try and clean it off and make it like worth keeping again. I guess it's just another way to like gauge if something sparks joy or not. For those that struggle to know what sparks joy. Nothing sparks for you. Exactly, right? So then instead you have to be like, you gotta look at it from a different perspective. If there was poop on it, would you clean it up? I'm doing good so far. I hate having stuff. I want to see other places and do new things. This state is sucking the life out of us. Yeah. I know, I honestly keep trying to like purge stuff, but the thing is, I've done so much purging of my stuff in the past, and I just refuse to buy new stuff that I don't have a lot of things to purge. So like every time I try and purge something, it's not mine and I can't actually purge it. And then I get met with no, I'm not allowed to purge that. The worst is gonna be if we ever actually have to move or whatever. Because he has like 200 friends, like stuffed animals. And it's gonna be like... And just like, and he gets really upset by that too. Like just the thought of like, what if there's a fire and he loses them, and then he cries and carries like 50 friends around with him for like 2 days. And I get it. I honestly have no idea. We have not counted in forever. But like, it would honestly not surprise me if it's close to 200. It's probably closer to like 100, but would not surprise me if it was like 180 or something like that. Do I have photos of them? No. We have photos of some of them, but not all of them. Like, we have that's what I do with things like that, cards and gifts, that I do not keep but want to remember. Ah, I see. That's an interesting, but the thing is, like, then you're just hoarding digital data, and then if you lose that digital data, then that's all lost. I really need to like back up my hard drive. I need another external hard drive, but like they're so expensive right now. And I can't back up my external hard drive to like refresh it, like, because right now the file format it'll take, because it was formatted weirdly, is too small for what I need to put on it. But I can't remove everything off of it to reformat it because my computer is full. But I can't like clear my computer because I can't put things on my hard drive, and I'm just like stuck in this, like, my computer is at like 98% full, but I can't like, and it's just like and I need an external hard drive, but like they're just so expensive I can't get a new one. And I'm so mad because like I just want to like clear stuff. Oh yeah, my bar for my PC has been red for a very long time. I've stopped like downloading anything on it now. So like if I have a stream, like apparently Friday's stream did DC, even though it didn't say it DC'd when we were looking at the time. So I have to like smoosh the two parts together, and I've stopped trying to download those onto my PC because they won't fit, and so I download them on my laptop now. My cloud's almost full, probably cheaper to buy a new external drive to store everything on. That's your case with screenshots and videos? Probably part of the reason that it's so full. But yeah, I desperately need to like get another hard drive. This is cute. Oops. Alright, we got ads starting. External physical drive shouldn't be too expensive. It's the SSDs that are pricey. I see. Because I heard that the external hard drives were just ridiculously priced right now. Oh, we're in ads. Only birds can't hear me. Storage base. Wonder what this is for. I wonder if they're like gonna try and like build a mountain or something. You absolutely can, but I don't know if you can do it with the. I don't think you can. I think you looked into that already. Yes, please. All right. They don't have much done. Back from ads. Hello, welcome back. Oh, hello, puppos. What's up? She's looking at me very expectantly. Oh, okay, go back to sleep then. All right. I don't know. Someone's pixel block art or whatever. I'm curious how they got the bubble. All right, that one was that one. So let's go to this one. There are so many odd pictures on the loading screen. Why you gotta vote for pictures in the contest, because it controls what goes on the loading screen. And that's why when you put up signs like this, you gotta take them out of the contest before the contest goes live, finishes, because we don't need this on the loading screen. Oh, cute. That is very cute. You think that is as bad as stolen pictures? Exactly. I agree. Like, I don't mind them going up to, like, let people know that they're stolen and to maybe not vote for them. but you have to be on top of them and get them off before the end of the contest. Because if they end up on the loading screen, that's just super cheap. Everything's black and white. That's interesting. I don't think I've seen a black and white island like this. Hyrulean fled from battle now. Wonder what battle Hyrulean is fighting and if it's also barbecue sauce. I guess I didn't think someone would come up here. The snowy tree is a little strange. Considering everything around it is not snowy. But I bet there's reasons for it that we can't read because Japanese island. Hyrulean is fleeing from sleep. Why does that not surprise me? Wait a second, how did they do that? There's no water in there? Water in there? Hey! It's Ime! Hello, Ime! Ime's also fled for battle. Man, you guys, so many battles tonight. Yeah, see, there's water in there. So I'm really curious about how they got... That's fine, that's allowed. Lurking is allowed. Hime's battle tonight is, communication. And that's okay. That's valid. But I'm very... because this doesn't look like water falling. Nightbot freeing us from the struggles of war. Nightbot making you face your battles by admitting that you're fleeing from them. Ooh, that's a fun house. I like that house. Like dark colors. I'm always like, every time there's like dark colors together, I'm always like, yes, that is gorgeous. I'm not sure I like the placement of this, considering how narrow this is, but ooh, not expecting that to go down. Down the aquarium. These guys are so cute. The pufferfish. Good thing the fish in game don't get stressed out like real fish. Pufferfish is delicious. I didn't even know you could eat pufferfish. Did not even know. Aww. That's cute. Oh man. In the dark, I couldn't see the black, and so those just looked like tentacles coming off of the little booth. And they got fish and squid, so I was like, oh, that's morbid. Their stall just has tentacles like these two. I couldn't see the black very well, so it just looked like two white tentacles. Hey, 7 stream streak, very nice. Can if the chef is very careful and knows what they are doing, otherwise they are highly poisonous. So, is that like that fish that like will kill, has a potential to kill you because if the chef messed up and the chef might not even necessarily know that they messed up, because that's terrifying. I don't know why anyone would want to eat something that might kill you if the chef messed up but has no way of knowing they messed up. Yes, we are talking about pufferfish. Fugu. That fugu, yes, I know, I've heard about the fugu fish. I didn't realize it was a pufferfish. I don't know if I would even want to eat in a place that, like, prepared fugu. I'd be too worried that, like, the neurotoxins would get on other stuff. What's the story about a guy that ate aloy? I don't know what aloy is. I don't think I know the story. A lot, I see. Yeah, I don't think I know that story. I would not want to risk dying over a meal. Does not seem like a good time to me. I mean, I suppose if you're like crazy rich and have like everything you could ever possibly want, that's what you do for like amusement is risk your life. But no thanks. I don't need that. It's not even that tasty, it's just for adrenaline junkies. Oh my god. I like octopus but would never eat it. Just killed because of the choking hazard. Ew. Plus, I don't eat seafood. Very true. I don't tend to eat seafood. Chef that prepares, them has to have a license. Yes, that I knew, but I still would not ever risk it. Never, ever. There's just too much that can go wrong. Ew! That sounds awful, Hime. I would not eat that either. But then as Zach pointed out, I don't tend to eat seafood, so anything living in the ocean is mostly safe for me. I say mostly because there is the odd fish that I would eat. But not very much. You do not understand thrill seeking? Yeah, I don't either. There's a Chinese fish dish that the front part of the fish is still alive, while the back. That's awful. That poor fish. That's just absolutely horrendous. That's just pure torture and not cool. I don't know what's going on over here, but it looks neat. From afar. Oh, it's their, Oh, I see. There you go, sir. back over here. Why do they look like they just worked the fields even though they're not down there? That is wild. I like octopuses too much to eat them. Also do not care for the texture of them or squid. Yeah. I need to build a house, but I know a hack now. What kind of house are you trying to build? It was called the yin yang dish. That's a terrible dish. I hope that was outlawed. Pocopia request? Oh. Like, you mean if a Pokemon asks you for a house, that makes you, want to build? Or what is your, what is your Pocopia request hack? The older I get, the less I like eating any animals. Yes. I hear you on that. I still eat chicken and turkey though, just because I need protein and I just get, like, not well if I don't eat enough protein. It's not outlawed in China, but most places will not make it anymore. That's good. It's a horrible dish. Should do your Poco dailies. Yeah. I'm lucky my dad is a health junkie, so all my meat is not only bio, but closest to well-cared animals. Yeah. Yeah, we only eat like free range eggs and stuff like that. Thank you. And like there's a farm in our town that actually sells like fresh turkey and chicken, and they also do other meats. But it's so good compared to like factory farm stuff. My parents will often go and buy like a big chunk from them every year and then like freeze it. But it's still, it's like the quality is so much better than anything factory produced. I don't know if it's an actual thing, but you've heard rumors about seal male genitalia as a delicacy in Asia. Hopefully only if they eat the rest of the seal. I don't know how seal meat would taste though. That sounds terrible. I wonder if I would be able to eat something like seal meat. Because they live on seafood. So like I wonder if that would make them like akin to seafood. Like if you would react, like if you're allergic to seafood, if you would react to like seal meat as if it were seafood. That is very interesting. Not that I ever would eat seal, but like I'm curious now if it would even be possible. There's a state that's trying to make it law to not have meat in the state. Also not allow any farmers or hunters to process it. What? That's what? That that I honestly am having a really hard time believing that you need to see. Like I can understand trying to lessen meat consumption, but to completely outlaw it, I can't imagine that happening. Yeah, exactly. That's something where you like that sounds like a very clickbait title that um does not sound true. But like as per like I can see why like a state would want to encourage vegetarianism or veganism because it's better for the planet, it's better for animals, like whatever. But honestly, if everyone who ate meat just did like vegan Tuesday or vegetarian Tuesday or whatever, it would save so much more than those that already don't eat a lot of meat or that are vegetarian going vegan. It would make a bigger difference for like, oh shoot, stumped my tea tag into my tea by accident. It would make a bigger difference for like 100 people to stop eating meat 1 day a week than it would for 100 vegetarians to go vegan. You currently eat a little fish and yogurt, but that is it. I see. I literally the only meat I eat is like chicken and turkey. I won't even eat duck, which is still poultry. Poultry, but nope. And I can eat fish, but like very, very, very rarely because if I eat it too much, it makes me itchy, and then I can't eat any sort of shellfish whatsoever. But like I have to eat turkey and chicken because I just don't get enough protein otherwise. My body doesn't know what to do with vegetarian proteins. Because like I earlier she mentioned my friend lived with me for 6 months. Her boyfriend that moved in with her at the time was vegan and she was vegetarian. So a lot of our meals ended up being like vegan. Um, which was fine, but like at least once a week I'd be like, I need meat because it just wasn't enough protein for me. We should work on uh reducing the amount of food wasted. There is so much food that is just wasted because people can't make a profit off of it, so they would rather throw it out than give it away. And that is a travesty. And yes, there are a lot of vegan, vegetarian things that are not good for the planet. But that's what I mean by, like, if people cut out a lot of meat, like if we had less factory farming and more sustainable farming, it would be good for the environment. But it's not going to happen if people are constantly eating meat every day. So if, like, a bunch of people just stopped eating meat, like one day a week even, it would make a bigger difference than everyone going vegan. Or than, like, vegetarians going vegan, sorry. The idea is to eat less. Like, we still try and do that. Like, Hubs and I will have regular vegan or vegetarian meals. But, I can't go full vegetarian. The petition in Oregon did not have enough backers, so it will not go on the ballot for vote on November 1st. Just looked up the update. Yeah, see? Like that, like there's no way that they would be able to outlaw meat in a whole state. Absolutely not. People would riot. Maybe you have the condition where your body cannot break vegetable protein to make the meat ones you need. Yeah, probably. I don't know. But I do a lot better, I've noticed, if I eat, like, high protein. So, like, the meals that we eat that are, like, a lot of chicken and a little bit of, like, everything else, I do great on. And they fill me up and awesome. And then the meals that are, like, mostly, like, other things with a little bit of meat, I don't do as well on. See so much food waste at work. I grew up in a family that did not waste food, so I find it somewhat shocking. Yeah, like we try really hard to like not have food waste, but unfortunately we lose stuff in the fridge and then find it 3 weeks later and go, oh. Like I was planning on eating that and then I forgot it existed. And then Hubs forgot to remind me, and then we find it 3 weeks later, and it's like, oh, oops. Do I have sea lice disease? Not that I know of. And I don't think I've had anything that made me consider that I might. I don't think I've had reactions to food. Oh, hello. If we make it to Maine, I want to eat some good fish and lobster. I grew up in Nova Scotia and I don't like lobster. the kill zone. I do not like lobster either, and everyone here thinks that is very strange. Yeah, I'm not surprised. You live in Maine, don't you? Or New Hampshire, at least? One of the two? You did live in Maine last year, New Hampshire, yes. I have a friend that last I heard lived in New Hampshire. She's an online friend, so I don't actually know if she still lives there. Because I haven't talked to her in forever. But I did go to visit her once. She lived in the country and had chickens. And she introduced me to the lovely concept of how they have two seasons, winter and mud. Ooh, that's swanky. They say they have 5 seasons down there. I'm a weird person because I do have food issues, but they're not the usual suspects as I love seafood and mushrooms, for example. Yeah. I am so bad with textures, and I've just gotten worse as I've gotten older. There's so many textures that I just cannot handle. So I don't like a lot of seafood to begin with. Not that I can eat most of it. Jello is evil? That's so funny. That's especially funny because it's usually one of the foods that, like, autistics love. I'm not a big fan of tapioca either, though. But I love Jello. I don't really eat Jello though unless I'm really, really sick and I've been throwing up or whatever. Gel, no. It's like the only time I eat Jello though, so like it's like I can't keep anything down, so like the flavor of the Jello is just like so good. And then it doesn't really feel like you're eating food, so like you can maybe keep it down. Cottage cheese? So, one time when my mom, or one time when I was a kid, my mom decided she was gonna microwave some cottage cheese. And like it kept growing after she took it out of the microwave. So she was like eating it, but like it was like she wasn't eating it because it was like gross. And so I've never eaten cottage cheese because of that incident. Although I'm sure if the cottage cheese is like, because I think there's like manicotti or something where cottage cheese is one of the ingredients. So and I've had that, but like on its own, I've never had it. See, that's what I think my mom did. But she nuked it in the microwave for a little bit and then put like salt and pepper on it and then was just eating it. But it kept growing and growing and growing and she couldn't eat it. And so it just kept growing. I mean, it was probably exaggerated because I was a child. But that's how I remembered it, so. Can I eat McDonald's chicken nuggets as I was sick twice as a child after eating them? I have not eaten at McDonald's in forever. The last time I ate at McDonald's was on a road trip because someone had driven a car into the Tim Hortons that we usually stopped at. And the only other thing in the area was a McDonald's. So we had to eat it at the McDonald's. We didn't have a choice. And the time before that was like 10 years prior to that when we had to go to Emerge when I was pregnant. And the only thing that was open that late at night when we finally got out was a McDonald's. But other than that, I avoid McDonald's. But I used to really like their chicken nuggets, but that I can see not wanting them if they made you sick, or if you got, even if you just got sick, like that coincidence after. Because there are a few items that are just big no-nos for me. Because I've gotten like the flu or something right after eating them. So I remember throwing them back up and I'm just like, nope. Never again will I eat that. One of those things is borscht. I will never eat borscht again because when you're throwing up red at 3 o'clock in the morning, it's terrifying. I was a teenager too, so I honestly thought I was dying. And I start like crying and my mom's like, what the hell's wrong with you? Like throwing up. She's like, that's not blood. That's just the beats from the borscht. I was like, oh. Pretty much done with McDonald's. Sounds really gross right now. Yes. Had gastronitis after spaghetti and refused to eat it for 6 months, and that's the longest I went without eating a specific pasta. Hmm. I absolutely hate when I get the stomach flu after eating something because like I already like don't eat so much. So like whenever like another thing gets added to that list, I'm like, no. Like the last time that I threw up, it was after eating bagels and cream cheese, so I haven't eaten them since. And I used to eat one every night, and now I can't eat them anymore because the thought of it just makes me queasy. That's a lot of bread. Very pretty. These stairs are interesting. You know what? I never consider using the things for arches. They're a little off, but I think it works all right. We went to a eat in the dark restaurant, and my ADHD went like, "Oh, let's try the surprise meal," and there was bok choy. I can eat it, but needs to be really, really seasoned. And then I'll make a base. And Brussels sprouts, hated it, but at least I had concrete proof. It wasn't me being picky, I just don't like it. I don't know if I would be able to eat at one of those like eat in the dark restaurants. I need to be able to see my food. But that's after like years of like eating food my parents give have given me, which should be tossed because it's going bad. Like they went on vacation, and we're like, oh yeah, help yourself to anything in the fridge. We literally like threw out all everything in the fridge like right before garbage day because everything was just out of date and going bad. Like my dad doesn't keep anything in the fridge. He doesn't keep ketchup in the fridge, which says refrigerate after opening for best. And he's like, well, like a lot of places don't keep ketchup in the fridge. Why would I? It's like, well, you didn't keep it in the fridge when we were kids because we went through it so fast. It didn't have time to like go bad. But when you are now like, you know, old people who don't eat a lot of ketchup and like a bottle of ketchup lasts you for months, you need to keep it in the fridge. And then like we opened a new thing of mayo because their old mayo smelled absolutely horrendous. Um, and my dad was like, I was like, I'm putting this in the fridge after I open it. My dad's like, oh, mayo doesn't need to go in the fridge. I'm like, are you kidding me right now? He's like, it only needs to go in the fridge if it has eggs in it. I'm like, what do you think mayo is? And he's like, what do you mean? I was like, read the ingredients to him. He's like, oh, okay, I guess you should keep it in the fridge. Like, please, this is why I don't want to eat at your house. But like because of my parents, like just like never keeping anything in like they had that practice even when I was a kid. Like they didn't refrigerate a lot of things, which like fine, whatever. But like we would usually go through food so fast that it didn't matter because there was three growing kids in the house. And my mom didn't like heat, and so the house was kept at a moderate temperature, right? But now my mom like she needs it to be super hot. So their house is sweltering and they're not keeping things in the fridge. And so like all their food is just constantly going bad. And it's just like I don't want to eat anything in your house. I'm sorry. This is really cool looking. Like a big tree trunk. You have a sensible nose. I don't think I would walk in that house. Could smell one ring of onion going bad in the back of the fridge. Oof. Yep. It's like right when you're old, your senses start to go anyways, right? But I'm pretty sure everyone in that house has had COVID a couple of times, so it wouldn't surprise me if their sense of smell was even more dulled. And then combined with like how like they crank the heat up now, um, it's just yeah, all COVID. You're in the basement and you know when your dad eats a banana still. Yeah, you said you had problems with the smell of bananas. This is very cute. I like this house. toy store. And I don't know store. And what is going on with this roof store? This is where the bridge planks in Pocopia, I'm like, that would look so much better. I wonder if... Tried to open my inventory, but I'm not playing Pocopia, so that button doesn't work. Who do I have? I don't think I do. I think no. I wonder if we can use this. Gonna trigger fatigue for you guys. Got hungry just as I picked it up. I can't fit another one in there, but just something underneath to look like it's helping support the house. This is where the ones in Pocopia are superior because they have the one that has like the support on it and then the one that doesn't have the support so that you can have like combination. So you can have the ones with the support on the corners and then the ones that don't like in the middle to make it look like it's just being supported up. Even scrunching my nose when someone talks about banana. That's rough. I like bananas, but only when they're still slightly green. If they get too ripe, they're too mushy and I can't stand them. Yeah, it's weird to me that, like, you can't eat bananas at all. If you said that, like, you, couldn't eat, like, the super ripe ones, I'd be like, yeah, I hear you, because I'm the same. But, like, the fact that you can't eat them at all just confounds me because I love them. The green ones. But, I mean, everyone's different, right? Oh, I have a feeling they were going to build over here and then realize this is not in Green Gardens anymore. So they can't. Yep, food is very incredibly super subjective. There's not there's not anything anyone can do about that. Like, it may be unfathomable to you that your favorite food is hated by someone else, but there is someone out there in the world that hates your favorite food. And cannot stand it. Ooh, I like this mountain that they built. Or they just extended the mountain that was there. That's cool. I like that a lot better, actually. I think that makes a lot more sense to separate the beach. Kind of wish that that was the default, in all honesty. It's a lot better than having that open. I like that so much better. And that's the way to do it, Hime. It's that you can't stand bananas, but you will never make someone feel bad about loving them. That is the way to do it. You just gotta understand that everyone's taste buds are different. Hate a mushy banana, love them with peanut butter or in a smoothie. My dad can't eat them at all. He was very sick as a baby, so they fed him a lot of bananas. He can't stand them now. Oh no. You never say that they're disgusting. You just say, no, I can't. They're not for me. Yeah, that's a good way of doing it. My brother had a friend who just like his go-to for anything that he didn't like was to just say he was allergic to it. Oh, I can't eat that. I'm allergic. What is going on over here? Oh, they're tablet targets. It looks like they haven't started on cerulean steps. I feel ya, person. I feel ya. I haven't started on my cerulean steps either. For anyone wondering, this is the blueprint that they require that you build. That's why every island, almost every island has it, unless they've destroyed it. I wonder if they finished the game. They still have this. Oh no, they have the flag on the workbench. So yeah, they have. Other than bananas, I'm the neurodivergent type to eat it if served because I don't want to be impolite. I almost give myself an allergic reaction out of fear of rejection. Oh no. My face has subtitle, but I will force myself to eat it and be thankful for the food. Oh, that's rough. I will very politely say no thank you. I'm not very hungry. And then go home and eat something instead. Alright. I am also probably allergic to pineapples. And all citrus. Which sucks because I love pineapples on pizza. It's my favorite. And I love lemons. But I can't eat them and I'm so sad. That's true. Use salt if it makes your. But see, that's the thing. It doesn't make my throat and mouth itch. It makes the rest of me itch from head to toe after I've ingested it. I'm just really annoyed because, one second. Sorry, I had to sneeze. I'm just really annoyed because I went to the allergist and they were like, oh, it's not much of an allergy. You don't need to worry about it. Meanwhile, like, I just know that if I keep eating it, citrus, that it's gonna get worse. And, like, I hate that because it's not deadly, they don't care. Yeah, grapefruit was one of the first things I had to cut out. Because, itchy. Actually, the very, very first thing was navel oranges. And then grapefruit. He made you sound like me with the citrus. I don't know. I would classify reacting with like itching all over as allergies because your body can't handle it, can't process it. It's not a severe allergy, but I would still classify, and because if you keep pushing your body to try and like eat it, you're like you have a strong chance of making it turn into a severe allergy. But it's very hard because like you also have the chance of like if you just eat it more often that you could actually like reverse allergy, but there's no telling like food allergies are just so weird. It's like what bug did Zach catch? It's the falling through the roof, through the ceiling bug. Food allergies are very weird because like if you eat the same thing constantly, you run a real risk of becoming allergic to it. But also, if you don't eat anything at all, you run a real risk of becoming allergic to it. Which is why you're supposed to feed kids small amounts of everything when they're young to help prevent allergies. I have a normal reaction to agrumes. I have a lot of respiratory allergies. I do not overindulge and I stop when the itching starts. I had my first allergic reaction to pineapples after I ate a whole one by myself within 2 days. Yes. Yeah, that's actually how I found, like, what happened with me with shrimp was I ate a half a shrimp ring and my throat got really tight and my chest really heavy, and so I took a Benadryl and went to sleep, and then I was fine when I woke up. G- which I don't recommend doing. If you're feeling like you're going into anaphylactic shock, please go to the hospital. But I was in my 20s and stupid. But I've not eaten shrimp since, so it's a cute house. Oh, person did not want to build an actual house. Built a facade. Hello, Lilysaur. How you doing? Only issue you have is you're lactose intolerant. Me too. I still like yogurt though. Gotta go to bed soon because you gotta go back to doctor for checkup in the morning. Good luck with that. Hope everything is healing well. I am actually getting a headache. It's very weird. You can eat Greek yogurt without too much trouble? Yeah, that's usually what I eat, is Greek yogurt. I also just have lactate pills, so if I'm worried that there's... Hi, guys! How come you all got stuck down there? This is very neat. Oh, almost missed. Whoops. I'm so kind to the rest NPCs, rescuing them when they're trapped. Dummies. What is an agroom? Do you mean legumes? Oh, agroom. Orange, lemon, lime, etc. can carry pollen longer, and that is what creates your allergic reaction. Not the fruit, but the oral pollen allergens, which I am allergic to, like 15 different from common flowers to birch, passing by poison ivy must lactose intolerant and have IBS-like symptoms due to permanent inflammation, the result of long COVID. Awesome. Sounds like you've got quite the party going on there, Hime. Hello. See, this is what you're supposed to do with the pyramid. This person got it right. Destroy it! That looks very neat. Get desensitized through vaccination for 3 years so you could go outside between March and September. That's awful. It is a very ugly pyramid. Hime is allergic to the world. Okay. Oh. They got rid of the valley with the hermits. Hut. Oh, there it is. I was gonna say, it's always very surprising because most people try and keep this in some way if they can. Go out one day, be sick for 3. That sucks. That must have been very, very hard. Just before the vaccination started, I went to a water park and was bedridden for a week, and my doc finally referred me to an allergist. Yeah. I had to ask my doctor to go see an allergist. He wrote down specifically I wanted to see the allergist for citrus allergies. I had 6 months to wait for the appointment. When I showed up at the appointment, guess what they didn't have to test on me? Citrus. I was so annoyed. I'm like, why am I here? So then she went through the hospital and found someone that had an orange so that she could take some of the orange to test me with. But like, And then she was like, "Oh, the reaction wasn't strong enough to worry about." I'm like, "But you didn't even test me on like." Oh, I was so mad. But that is what cuts to the healthcare do. With forward selling off all our healthcare stuff to private sector. Huh. Went in there. Hi, Barry. How's it going, Barry? Oh, I'm underwater. I was like looking at this, I was like, why are those lily pads floating in the air? But they weren't. I just couldn't see the water because I was looking through water. Well, that looks neat. A little ladder there in between. That makes it look like a tent almost. Oh no, your boat died! You must have rolled on that one, a constitution when being born. I love it. Oh my god. Speaking of D&D, my one bestie and her partner are, currently in Spain, so they can't do D&D with us. And so, me and the other person member of our group are like Hubs is our DM. So he's trying out like a different aspect just to have something fun to try because we only need like 2 weeks to do something. So we're kind of doing like a very short like try new characters in a new setting type of thing. So he's like, I want to try like a modern, like, I forget what the genre is called. But like he's like Buffy the Vampire Slayer or something like that. Um, so like magic and stuff. But we're humans dealing with this world. So we're rolling new level 1 characters who don't have of any powers or anything yet. And I was like, I don't know what to, because like all my stuff is like fantasy based, and so like, right, like I tend to not roll humans. Yeah, Charmed was one of the examples that he gave. And so like he's like, yeah, so like Charmed or Buffy or whatever. And so I'm currently rewatching Blood Ties. Which is like about Vicky Nelson, who's a private investigator, who ends up meeting a vampire and then suddenly getting sucked into like the paranormal world, and like all her cases from that point on tend to be like paranormal, and it's basically just like her dealing with that or whatever. Um, and so I rolled Vicky Nelson, but I'm calling her Nikki Velson. And she does kickboxing in the show, so I rolled a monk because I figured that seemed the most kickboxing-esque class. But we'll see how it goes. I'm very curious. But I have 9 hit points at level 1, so I'm very worried. If anyone won in Charmed, it's Piper. I just loved Piper. Piper was just the best. I thought she was fantastic. You've never seen Charmed? No. It was very popular in the 90s, early 2000s, whenever it was that it was on. You learned recently she was seen as the fat one? What? Oh my god. Probably too consumed with studies, yeah. I'm like that reminds me of like recently I've been like thinking about how um like North American media tends to be like everyone is beautiful supermodel type whatever. And then British media tends to be everyone looks like normal human beings. And I'm realizing I like the British way of doing it much better because it's just, yeah, I like it a lot better. Sex Education is a great show. But like I like it was like I think it was like Sex Education, and my kiddo was briefly obsessed with like Father Brown and Sister I forget her name. And like a bunch of just BBC like crime miss like shows or whatever. But like they're all real people. Like you have people of all different sizes of like ages, like looks, like, and no one is really there for their looks. They're there because they know how to act. And I just love that approach so much more than what we've done in North America, where like everyone is there because they look great. And if they can act, that's a bonus. And it's like, no. You didn't finish watching my Big Fat Greek Diary? You love the actress that I have not watched Bridgerton. My husband keeps telling me that I should, but I have not watched it. Oh, there's a different one? I don't know. Anyways, I love British media, and I feel like we should all consume more British media. They know what they're doing with having real people in their media. That is very nice looking. What a lovely picture. It looks like it's eating the... Oh my god. He's like chomping on the golem's head and enjoying himself. Time for me to get to bed. Have a good night and a great week, everyone. Yes. Thank you for hanging out, Share. We'll see you next time. Bye. Oh, it's a TV series about an overweight teenager dealing with teenage depression and self-loathing. Lovely. Sounds great. I mean, we need more stuff of like normal teenagers dealing with normal stuff, but like, I don't know. The way that you're putting it makes it sound like they did a very piss poor job of it. Alright, let's go see. Oh wait, that's the wrong. They really introduce a romance that ruins the whole point of the show within 2 episodes of the second season. Great. Love that. Yo! All the payoff gone because of one mean girl. Oof. Mini builds. Whoa, that's Oh, it's a cat. I was wondering, I was trying to figure out. It looked to me like it was a cat, but with like a dinosaur sleeping on its back. And I was desperately trying to figure out, but it's just a saber cat with like the mohawk. But I thought the mohawk was like a dinosaur or something. Yeah, it's the saber cub. I thought it was like a dinosaur on its back. Oh my goodness. Oh dear. We're in a Buildertopia. These are like lots of teeny tiny cute little builds. Yeah, it annoys me like when everyone started doing like the tiny biomes in Pokopia and everyone was like, "Oh wow, Pokopia players are doing this new amazing thing that's never been done before." I'm like, "Excuse you? Like mini builds have been a thing forever." Why did you trap your poor bird in the water? There we go. Bird obtained. is that emote? Chatter. Very cute little builds. I'd say DQP players have been making these like mini builds. They're a little bit bigger than like the ones in Pokopia, but they're still like the concept is there. I think the reason they're so tiny in Pokopia is because the room size is already so tiny. That's a clever cloud. You've seen some Pokopia videos, and there have been comments like that about new innovative techniques or builds, and I'm like, sure. Yeah, exactly. It's like, wow, this new way of building, never before. It's like, yo, just go play Builders, please. Hey, Malroth, how's it going? That's a lot of Malroths. What? Do you think that's Femmel? I have no idea who that is. I don't recognize most of this. It's a sleeping slime! I'd say that's like Chibi Rosie, but it's got purple hair, not... So I wonder if that's the builder who's got the rosy glasses and purple hair. Bonanza in a bathing suit, of course. And anime characters that I have no idea because I don't watch enough anime. It's another Toriyama character. Oh, I see. Zero characters. I don't know any of this. I don't watch enough anime or play enough games to know what any of these are. Oh, that's a very nice house. That's a very spiky house as well. Look, tiny house. Tiny house alert. I feel like it might have some space in it as well. I don't want to go in because I'll lose my bird. Actually, now that I look at it, I don't know if you can go in. Oh, that's the door right there, maybe? No. Where's the door? That's the door. But I can't go in because the bird can't fit. So I'm not gonna. But that's a very nice tiny house. Tiny prison. Cannot recommend ReZero because it does have a lot of gore and horror. Yeah, that's okay. I wasn't planning on looking into it. Don't worry. Apothecary Diaries. I just watched that time I was reincarnated as a slime because I needed something to watch, and it seemed dumb and interesting. So I watched what was on Netflix, but it like ended when there's obviously still more. So I'm like, oh. But it was really weird because like I feel like I've watched it before. Oh, look, they made the slime balloons. Those are actually really cute. Those are adorable. What the heck? But like, so the I was reincarnated as slime or whatever. It was really weird because like I didn't remember like the first story arc at all. But the second story arc with like the orcs that attack or whatever, I did recognize. Oh, I recognize this house too. I feel like I've seen this house before. But I feel like I saw that house in a situation like this where it was like on white. So maybe we visited this island before and it just wasn't as built up as it is now. Don't know. But see, this is like the kind of house that like I'm hoping to sort of make in my cerulean steps, but it's way too big. And so like I'm really wondering how to like make this like a little bit smaller so that I can have many of those in the tiny area that is cerulean steps. And I don't know how, which is why I keep procrastinating. I don't know. I don't know what or who Chopper is unless you mean a helicopter. I have not seen One Piece. Ooh, this is really pretty. I recognized Tornico, but I wasn't sure if it was him or not. I really like the gothic look. God. I really want to build my cerulean steps, but I also really don't because, like, I'm so worried I'm not going to be able to get, like, the image that I'm looking for. But the summer is not a good time to start that, so we'll keep procrastinating. They're rebooting One Piece? Interesting. Is this Bonanzo or just a Bonanzo lookalike? Because I don't remember Bonanzo having a... Oh, it's not a crossbow. It's a... It looks like a hammer, though. Oh, it's Rollo? Okay. Yeah, yeah. And that's What's-Her-Face from 11. Veronica? It's such a variety of characters. All over the place. Did we see the insane Eevee Cloud Island? Maybe? Maybe not? Are you talking about the one that has like the catalog island? That's like the main island I've gone to. Okay, look, our gradient. The map looks like an Eevee with some type of dark fire and lightning, and they have insane replica of Pokemon. Ah, interesting. Oh dear. Jade. Piggy! It's so cute. What? How are they? Oh my god, that's a lot of golems. Why are they all just huddled? Guys. You're just gonna go right back there, aren't you? Oh my goodness. What the heck? Oh, bye-bye. Oh my god. What are you guys doing? That is just so weird. That is such a weird collection of columns. Alright, desperately trying to get over to the main island. That is a very cute pig though, look at that. Alright. Well then. Alright, I need to go to the bathroom. So let's run the ads a little bit early and then we can go visit the rest of the islands. You want a monster made of all the different golems merged together now? Yeah! It looks really cool. I'm actually very sad that we couldn't get like a like a stone golem with a copper head because that was fun. in the story. That was fun. All right. I need to get that out of my way so that I can actually access my mouse. Go. I will be right back. Me having to go to the bathroom reminded he made to go to the bathroom. A stretch just as I sat down, eh? Thank you. I hydrated, though, as you were cashing it in. But I will absolutely hydrate again because I need more hydration. Here we go. All right. What's going on here? Interesting. They've dug to the bottom of the world and did something. No, we want this one. Your kindred. Uh-huh. Right, we're going to Tenuo's Island. I think. All right. Ooh, swanky. You've posted your very first meme in the Discord today? Nice. I will check it out later. I try to avoid Discord when I'm streaming because otherwise I get distracted and don't stream. I saw you learned the hard way today that the meme channel is picture only. Because you posted something and it got auto-deleted. Yeah. What? We forgot to send this over before they put their island online. That's one of those things where like you gotta make sure, like, if you're gonna have them start over there, you gotta put your thing back. Or test it on another account after publish, yeah. Interesting. Or have someone else test it, like how I tested Shiro's Island and found all the mistakes for her. Swanky. Popcorn time! There was this one popcorn that I really, really liked. It was like, had a very faint sweetness to it. But then I lost it and I couldn't find it anymore, and then I just stopped eating popcorn because it was like the only popcorn that I liked. You have it on the stove and it's going to explode soon. Fun times. Like caramel popcorn? Yes, that is also good. See, my problem with popcorn is I find it too dry. And I like moist food as long as it's not mushy. I have a very Goldilocks texture that I can tolerate for food. Cannot be dry, but cannot be too wet either. So I tend to find most popcorn to be way too dry to eat. Yo! Well, they don't have anything in their chests. You hate wet food? Like non-soup food that touched water is cursed? Well, when I say wet, I mean like saucy. Like I need a sauce. Or something to like make it not dry. Because I can't, yeah, like anything really. Like gravy, tomato sauce, Alfredo sauce, peanut sauce, like anything really to make it not dry. I got the choke on air hypermobility. Oh my god. I am constantly choking on my own saliva. I choke at the tiniest thing. No, it's not that bad. I'm exaggerating a little bit, but it's it's annoying. I don't actually have like super serious problems with swallowing. There are times in which my throat decides it doesn't want to swallow, but I just have to wait and then it's good. And I feel like that's more like a I don't think that's a physical problem. I think that's more a mental problem. I don't know what streptococcus is. Strep throat? I don't think I've ever had strep throat. Yeah, I don't think I've ever had strep throat. You have food get stuck in your tonsils? Yeah. So, have they removed your tonsils, or are they planning on removing your tonsils? I know I remember reading a thing that was like strep throat can often like they'll do like can lead or be caused by tonsillitis. So then they just remove the tonsils and solves a lot of problems. You were on a waiting list. Great. Good times. Oh no, you moved and so now you have to go back. Oh my god. Love that. Love that so much. You got your test request for cortisol at least? That's good. My big issue is post-nasal drip, which apparently like in the early 2010s some Dutch researchers were studying something else and found a new organ in the human body that nobody knew about, which was like behind the nose and produces mucus. It was not the normal one that they knew about that produced mucus, which was like on the sides of the nose. But this is like behind at the back of the throat that produces mucus. And in the author they were like the author of the article was just like, and anyone with postnasal drip could have already told you that this existed, that this was a thing. I was like, yes, how did nobody realize that this was a thing when this is like what people with postnasal drip are like constantly complaining about? You're supposed to do sinus cleansing daily but can't stand it. Oof. Yes, yes, that is the worst. I hate that so much. And you're just like, it's like you can't blow it out, but you can't swallow it either, and it's just stuck there, and you're just like, God damn it. Why is this the worst? That's why I always have to sleep elevated. Because otherwise I feel like I'm drowning. I used to sing a lot, but I don't sing anymore. You gotta go get some sleep? Yes, it's a lot later than I was expecting you to go to sleep. Good luck at your thing tomorrow. I hope you have a good sleep. Good night, Lily. We'll see you next time. Wait, where are we? This is still Julian Steps? Yeah? Interesting. I'm wide awake because I slept 22 hours both last days because I was angry and it took all my energy away. Oh no. I tried to be good and go to sleep at a decent time last night, And then I just slept so poorly that it's like I didn't even go to sleep at a decent time. And it's just like, why do I even bother trying? Body, if you're just gonna be a jerk like that. I still have chronic fatigue. Don't think I have chronic fatigue, but do have the ADHD sleep problems. This person planted too many crops. All of their crops are unhappy. Do I also need to reset my by pulling it? I can't do all-nighters anymore because I'm too old and I can't handle it. But like every like every month or 2 or 3, I like do have a night where I get like almost no sleep. And it's not fun. I don't like those. They didn't build much here. They did all their building in cerulean steps. I just showed my dad that having inner monologue is being part of the minority. Yes. Not everybody has an inner monologue. I once wrote out like 2 minutes of inner monologue for my husband to see, and it was like 4 pages long. He's like, "You think all of this in like 2 minutes?" I was like, "Yes." Probably more. Probably more than that, because I was like, I didn't put absolutely every single thought on. I will often have multiple thoughts occurring at the same time. It's good fun. It's really not. That was sarcasm. I once tried, but I couldn't do more than like 40 to 50% of what I was actually thinking, with both saying out loud and writing down. Oh my goodness. Yeah. I hear ya. Because I really struggled on that. But it was during a time in which I was like really struggling. So like my thoughts were often repeating themselves, so I could like circle back and like get some of the stuff. Somebody's stuck in the wall. There you go, buddy. Wait, where did all the blocks go? It must be on the inside. Oh well. Nothing I do to this island actually stays. If I were to leave and come back, that hole would not be there and the golem would be stuck back in the hole in the wall. But I still feel bad leaving NPCs stuck in places, so I always rescue them. Even though it doesn't do anything. What do you... Cow? It's a bathroom. Cow. Cow? What are you trying to path to, cow? Did that reset you? No, it did not. Cow does not care whether that's a room or not. What if we do this? Does that help you? Yes, it does. Yes, please. Yes, please. This is why I hate the pyramid. The pathing in this thing is atrocious. What are you trying to get to, cow? No? Okay. They're clogged. The cow is trying to use the public bathroom. The cow is trying to go somewhere, but I don't think it... Like, the pathing in Builders is not as good as the pathing in Pokopia. But even the pathing in Pokopia has its problems. So, like... Cow. Cow, please. The fact that they gave you road blocks in Pokopia to like make roads for Pokemon to follow, I think really makes a huge difference for the AI. It was such a simple solution, too. Oh my god, please don't tell me you're gonna turn around and go back the way you came. Ma'am, sir. It's like trying to figure out the pathing. Can it go in here? I don't think you can go in here. These doormats are superior. What are you doing, cow? I'm just trying to help you get to where you think you need to be. Can't wait to not use the roads because of your very specific aesthetic. Oh no. There's also the little like pebble pieces and things that you can put down that act like roads. Not in this game, but in in Pokopia. Like the little like that are like these. And they got the wooden ones that are like that too. Oh, I can't just eat beans in this game. It's like, oh, I'll just eat the raw beans. Nope. Not using them as intended tickles my brain in a funny way. That's really funny. Honestly, though, because like I used a non-roadblock, and I watched as they just like avoided the roads like they were lava. And so then I swapped it out to a roadblock, and now they actually walk on the roads. So honestly, I would try and find a roadblock that you like and use it. That is my one recommendation in Pokopia. Is that you find a roadblock that you think is acceptable to use as your roads, because it will help your Pokemon travel around. If you don't care about your Pokemon traveling around, then whatever. But like, if you want your Pokemon to travel around, I highly recommend finding a roadblock you like. It makes a huge difference. Your duo learned applause, yay! I wish. That's one of the things that I wish we had a emote for. Oh wait, we do. What was the one that I was thinking of? Where I was like, ah. I mean the high five, obviously. I honestly wonder if they put the high five in because so many people were asking on Twitter, can we please get a high five emote so that we can high five Malroth more often? So then they made it an emote in Pokopia. Like, I swear so much of the stuff that people have asked for on Twitter is in Pokopia. You want to pet the Pokemon? I mean, petting is a little weird, but I would love if we could, like, hug them or something. That would be nice. I wonder how many of the members that worked on Pokopia also worked on DQB2. I think that there would be a fair amount. There's just too many similarities. If I was a Pokemon missing my trainer, I would love to be petted. I mean, I guess? Maybe? Petting Eevee makes sense, Scyther less so. Yeah, exactly. Thank you, thank you. Alright. My food is here, so I am going to end the stream so that I can eat and go to bed. Mondays are busy. So thank you for watching, everybody. And we shall see you on Friday for more Pocopia. Although I don't know what I'm doing. Probably Cloud Island shenanigans? Like whoops. We finished. We finished Bubbly Basin, and we pretty much did the event, the Phoebus event. So I guess we go back to the Cloud Island now. So thanks for hanging out. Always fun. We appreciate it. And we'll see you on Friday for some more Pocopia. Or back on Monday night for more builders. So have a good night, everybody. Ta-ta for now. Bye.